Hello there and welcome to a new episode where we will talk about a question that's been around since the beginning of time. Is it possible to use fire starters as fuel, and how many pinecone fire starters do you need to boil 400 milliliters of water? Well, that and much more is what we are here to find out during this amazing episode, so stay tuned. I know for a fact that this question has been around in a couple of Facebook groups, if it is possible to use fire starters as fuel instead of alcohol, gas or spits. And the answer is always no. But why stop there? So why don't we try it out in a very scientific way and see if it is possible to use fire starters as fuel, and if so, how many fire starters do you need to boil 400 milliliters of water? But for the actual practical tests, let's move outdoors. To save humanity from further sleepless nights and to spare all Facebook groups from endless discussions, and with the chance to win a Nobel Prize in physics, I give to you the contenders. First up, we have the all-amazing pre-made Fire Up fire lighter, a square-shaped dream of fire that smells like shit. This contender's match weight is 7 grams and contains no palm oil or any harmful ingredients, and no toxic solutions whatsoever. At least that is what it says on the package. In the other corner, we have the all-famous DIY Pinecone fire starter, made at home with its odd shape and natural looks, weighs in at 7 grams. No smell and nothing toxic and only natural ingredients. I know because I'm the one who made it. The first round regarding weight, smell and looks goes to the Pinecone. Way! Now let's proceed and see in what shape they're in before they let them into the game and the challenge to boil 2 cups of water. Well, all lined up with the smelly one to my left and the Pinecone, the all beautiful Pinecone, to my right. The pre-made one, I believe, has an advantage because on the package it says it has a burn time of about 10 minutes. But let's fire them up and see for how long they burn. And I start the timer. Now this is what I call good entertainment. Okie dokie then. The first one to go out is the Pinecone after about 5 minutes. Now we are out after like 8 minutes. Folks, we have a winner. The pre-made fire starter. Way! So now we know, and although they had the same start weight, 7 grams, there was a big difference in burning time. 3 minutes in total with a temperature outside of -7 degrees. Now let's move on to the one thing we are here to find out and see if it is possible to boil 400 milliliters of water using only fire starters. And if, how many pine cones do we need? Before we continue, and if you are new to the channel, this channel is all about hiking, gear reviews, lightweight equipment and backpacking thoughts. So if that is something you like, do subscribe. And if not, subscribe anyway, because remember, it is for free. Now let's continue. Now for this test and this test only, I made an amazing and very beautiful pot stand to fit to my also very beautiful homemade windscreen. In this beautiful mess I will place the fuel, and our choice for today and first up is the pre-made fire lighters. As you might know, to boil 400 milliliters of water you need about 12 grams of spits, 15 grams of alcohol or 8 grams of gas, and I don't see that the pine cones or the fire lighters to be more efficient. So to start with, I will place not 1, not 2, nor 3, but 5 fire lighters in there to fire up, and with a total weight of 35 grams of fuel. In the pots I have 400 milliliters of cold water ready to be boiled. Now when the stinker ones are in place, let's fire them up. Normally when using alcohol, you have a boiling time somewhere around 5 to 6 minutes and a burning time of 7 to 9 minutes. This have to be slower than that if it even works. Okie dokie then, the Firelighters is almost out. Well, I think they are out now, and we didn't get a boil, so a little bit disappointing really. If I lift this up, maybe you can see, yeah, it is hot, maybe like coffee kind of hot, but no boil using Firelighters. Okay, second up to the test is the all beautiful Pinecones. And because we didn't get a boil using the Firelighters, I will add additional 2. So I will use 7 Pinecones. Do you believe that we will get a boil using not 3 nor 4 but 7? 7 Pinecones in there. So pause this video and put your guess down in the comments. Okay, now let's fire them up. So exciting! So far I think it looks great. The Pinecones seem to be a little bit more efficient, and I can hear this ticking sound that you can hear when the water starts to boil or getting close to a boil. And I think you can hear it as well. Now we are almost out on the burning time for the Pinecones. It is hot and close to a boil, but no boil. That was a bit disappointing really. We didn't get a boil using 5 Firelighters, and we didn't get a boil using 7 of the Pinecones. Now, even if this was disappointing, we did get an answer to the question we've been thinking about for such a long time. Sure, you can use Firelighters or Pinecones as fuel, but compared to spits, gas or alcohol, it is not very efficient and therefore not very practical to be used as fuel. Instead, I would gather some firewood and use them to get a fire going quick and easy. A much better idea if you don't want to bring dedicated fuel. And maybe that's why they call them Firestarters. Now, this was maybe a little bit of a special episode, but I had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. Now, what about that guess? How many Pinecones did you think we needed? Did you think we could get a boil? And if so, how many did you think we needed? I would say we needed a lot and not very practical in the end. Anyway, that's it for today, and thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode because I enjoyed making it. So also don't forget to subscribe to support this channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and thumbs up if you liked this video, and I hope that you did. And I also hope to see you again next week. But for now, bye bye!